Today I wanted to go over some home maintenance tips because a lot of times there's going to be things that are on that to-do list as a homeowner that seems like it just never stops, and those things might be out of sight, so they're going to be out of mind. But they're going to be very important things to take care of at least once a year. Sometimes there's going to be things you want to do once a month, like changing out air filters in your HVAC system. But I wanted to go over some of these things that might slip your mind just to make sure that you put them on a schedule to get things done. I'm Chris Roberts with Realty One Group Experts, and I serve Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Athens, Tennessee. And I'm putting out content every week that hopefully speaks to you as a home buyer or a home seller. My specialties are working with folks who are relocating to the area, just as I did in 2016, and also people who are going through some challenging life transitions, such as a divorce or losing a loved one. Now, if that's something that you'd like to hear more about, go ahead and click that subscribe button below, or go ahead and text me from the number that you can see right on the screen in front of you. And now, before we get into these tips, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsor today. Now, the first tip I want to talk about is flushing out that water heater. Over time, sediment like calcium, magnesium deposits, they can go ahead and settle down into the bottom of your water heater, and that is going to make your water heater run less efficiently, and it's going to degrade that water heater much quicker than it would if you go ahead and flush it once a year. And so the things that we don't want to see are people replacing water heaters more often than they need to and spending more money on those utility bills than they need to. So go ahead, make it part of your spring cleaning when you're cleaning out that garage, getting ready for that yard sale. Go ahead and hook up a hose to the bottom and flush out that water heater and refill it with cold water once it's all done so that your water heater will run smoothly for the rest of the year. Now, our second tip is going to be cleaning out that dryer vent. Everybody, hopefully, cleans out your lint trap in your dryer all the time because that can be a fire hazard. But whatever lint might get past that trap could accumulate in the dryer vent that goes right to your outside, and that also can pose a big fire hazard. So an annual cleaning of that vent can both keep your family safe and help to keep that dryer working as efficiently as possible. Now, number 3 is going to be inspecting those gutters and downspouts. Now, I know it can be a pain in the butt to get up on a ladder and clean off all those leaves and twigs and debris that might be clogging up those gutters, but it is definitely a must-do. And if you don't, water could seep underneath the shingles and start rotting away at the decking and then cause some much bigger problems down the road that are going to be much more expensive to deal with. So go ahead and make that part of your annual cleaning as well. Number 4 is going to be those smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. They may beep at you when the batteries are ready to die, but if they don't, you want to make sure that you're safe by just going ahead and replacing them once a year. Put it on your calendar to remind you, because otherwise you might forget. And if you forget a battery in a carbon monoxide or a smoke detector, that could lead to some really big issues if your house catches on fire, as you might imagine. And number 5 is going to be maintaining that HVAC system. Here in Tennessee, we have some hot weather in the summertime. It gets humid and it can be nasty. I come from the coast of Maine where it is not as humid and it's not as hot, so I'm still getting used to it. But an annual inspection and maintenance of your HVAC, I always do mine right before spring hits, and that way I know that it is ready for summer. And when that hot weather starts creeping in April and May, then I know I'm gonna be all set up for success. So again, put that on your calendar to get that taken care of. Or set yourself up on a service contract with a local provider. Now, number 6 is one that not a lot of homeowners think about, but on the backside of your refrigerator are where all the coils are that produce the cold for your freezer and your refrigerator. You're gonna wanna go ahead and take a vacuum cleaner, pull out your refrigerator, and just vacuum out those coils, because a lot of dirt, lint, dust, all of that can clog up those coils, and it's going to make that compressor run really inefficiently, and it is going to cost you more money to run the refrigerator, and it can make your refrigerator die quicker, and nobody wants to have to replace appliances quicker than they have to. Number 7 is going to be checking for leaks and cracks around your windows. A lot of times windows might have seals that just deteriorate over time, and so you can go ahead and get those resealed by a professional, or you can find YouTube videos on how to do it yourself if you're so inclined. But inspecting your windows for leaks and drafts is going to be super duper important for the efficiency of your overall house. This is going to help you reduce those energy bills and just really make living much more comfortable inside. One little tip to look for on windows that might have lost their seals is going to be some condensation that you might see right in between the two window panes if you've got double paned windows. Now, number 8 is going to be checking that sump pump. Not all homes have a sump pump, but if you do, it's definitely one that you want to check. Once a year, just go ahead and fill up your sump pit with water and make sure that that sump pump is going to be pushing that water outside and away from the foundation of your house. It's happened to me where I did not check the sump pump and we had a big flood and ended up with 3 inches of water in our basement. And that is not something that I want to have happen to you. Number 9 is checking that water softener. If you happen to have a water softener, which again, I have had water softeners in the past, the salt level in those water softeners can get down really low and you don't even know that it's happening, because a lot of times it's just in a water closet that's out of sight, it's out of mind. So you want to make sure that you are checking on that water softener weekly. Like I've said before, go ahead, put that in your calendar so every Saturday or Sunday or whatever day, you're checking the salt level in that water softener to make sure that it is keeping your pipes clear of sediment and any mineral deposits. Now, number 10, if you have a fireplace that you use, especially a wood-burning fireplace, once a year, go ahead and stick your head up that flue and take a peek. Is there a lot of creosote buildup? If there is, you want to get a professional out there to clean it for you. By having a professional come out and check your chimney and clear it out of any creosote, you are going to ensure that your home is safe, especially during those winter months when you've got that fire burning. And by remembering these often overlooked tasks, you're not only going to ensure that your investment is well taken care of, but that you and your family's health and well-being are protected. By taking care of these small things now can really help to prevent them from becoming huge things later. So go ahead, do yourself a favor, and just take 10 minutes and put some of this stuff on your calendar, on your phone, or on your computer so that it reminds you down the road, so that it is not out of sight, out of mind. Now, as we wrap up, I just want to say thank you so much again for watching. If you found some valuable insights in this video, go ahead and click that like button below and subscribe for more updates from this channel. And when you or someone that you know is ready to buy or sell some real estate in Cleveland, Chattanooga, or Athens, Tennessee, my contact info is right below and right on the screen in front of you to text me at. And from my home to yours, I hope that your journey in real estate is smooth and your new beginnings are bright. Dream big, my friends.